Hey, that's not very nice.
He's a bit upset.
4-year-old Bubbles has been brought into the Bondi clinic by worried owner Jasmine and her father Bob.
Her beak's been like overgrowing. We've been cutting it, but it's just been growing back and back and back.
Jasmine is desperate to get help for the little cockatiel.
I'm worried that the beak, because it's long and sharp, it's going to go into her like throat area and kind of pierce her skin. There's going to be irreparable damage that could be fatal.
Look at this, someone chirping in here. Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm Jasmine and this is Bubbles.
Bubbles.
She has a problem with her beak.
Okay, I can see it, wow.
It's pretty bad.
All right, come straight through and we'll have a look for you. Looking at Bubbles, I'm thinking that beak, oh, it must be slightly overgrown. But, oh no, it's massively overgrown to the point where it's now starting to push into a neck. So this beak, I mean, it's obviously quite dramatic.
Yeah, it's
How
really
quickly does that grow?
Last time we trimmed her beak was about last month.
Okay.
It grows really quickly.
So just in a month that's happened?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's quick. In the world of birds, trimming a beak, it's not uncommon, but at the same time, to trim a bird's beak is usually a once-in-a-lifetime event. For Bubbles, it's been quite different. So I just want to learn a bit about Bubbles first. What does she eat? What's a good meal for her?
She eats normal bird seeds and occasionally some fruit.
Okay. So seeds are sort of most of her diet?
Yeah, basically all of her diet.
And I can see that little cuttlefish in there. Does she chew on that a little bit?
She occasionally chews on it, but she likes to poo on it more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it looks. Jasmine's doing what just about every single person out there with a cockatiel does. She feeds Bubbles seeds. But just because everyone does it doesn't mean it's the right thing. So at the moment, what I'm worried about is the fact this beak could be only the beginning of her issues. For that beak to grow so quickly in a month, that's really, really quick.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be like me, my fingernails coming out to here in a month. You know, that doesn't seem right, does it?
12-year-old Jasmine has brought her much-loved cockatiel Bubbles into the Bondi clinic. She's worried about the 4-year-old's extremely overgrown beak.
Well, Bubbles, it's time for you and me to get to know each other a bit more closely.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, you have to hold her.
I don't think you appreciate your art, but... I thought we were going to have like a little bonding moment there after I heard you like men. Now I have Bubbles firmly in my grasp, it's time to have a proper look over her. These little love bites. Bubbles is trying to bite me, but that beak of hers being so overgrown just means she can't get the end of her beak onto my finger, which means I'm safe for now. Unfortunately though, I'm not sure Bubbles is. Oh, so that's not a normal beak. Little bits are crumbling off, just shouldn't do that. A bird's beak should be shiny and hard and really, really strong and really beautiful. And the other thing that's got me intrigued and a little bit worried as well is that when you look at her poos in there, notice how they've got that green area around the outside of them? That should have actually just been a white patch. Suddenly we're getting a look inside Bubbles' life and her health, and it doesn't look good. The most dramatic thing for me is just notice how the colour of her beak there, it's quite yellow, and there's a lot of her that's very yellow. Every skin and beak surface of Bubbles is dry, it's flaky, but it's also yellow, and that's no different to someone that has jaundice. It's a sign that the liver is failing. It's the thing about birds, everything moves quickly. If they get sick really quickly, so you've done just the right thing by bringing her in. Bubble has had this issue since she was 3 years old, and in that time, my feeling is that diet of seeds, all that fat, has eventually worn out her liver, and now she has liver disease. So, what we need to do is look at what she's eating. Because at the moment, she's not coping brilliantly with it, and she just needs a bit of extra help. But I don't want you to freak out, because I think this is actually something we can fix, and fix together. Okay? Looking at Jasmine, I can tell this is news that's a bit of a surprise, but also a little bit hard to take, because she's been doing everything through love and she's been doing everything she believes is right. So she kind of needs a bit of a liver detox.
Okay, yeah, I'll do it.
She's got to mix up a diet, eat clean, get some extra greens into a diet, and just start to, I guess, have a more nutritious diet. Before I explain exactly how this liver detox is going to work, we better take care of that beak. That's looking pretty good. Got to a nice level there. So, let's talk about how dinner's going to look for Bubbles now.
Yeah.
I want you to put some seeds on some cotton wool and wet the cotton wool and let those seeds sprout. When it sprouts, it actually uses up most of the fat in the seed as well. So suddenly a seed transformed into being something that's really healthy and low in fat. I have a diet in mind for Bubbles that is essentially going to turn her life around. Between the sprouted seeds, the green leafy vegetables and the native plants, my feeling is that in a couple of weeks, her whole life should be looking a lot more rosy. So for her, we're changing her diet to make it healthy, reducing its fat, getting more vitamins and minerals in there, but also giving her more exercise. And if she does that, all of a sudden her whole body's going to kick back into action. Her liver's going to have more of the good stuff coming in, which means it'll be able to get rid of those toxins, it'll be able to produce the proper proteins and all the different elements that her body needs. And also, if we can get everything else regulated and get that weight off, then the liver functions a bit more easily as well, doesn't have the extra load on it.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. So hopefully for Bubbles, it's going to be a speedy recovery. She's going to be healthy and active, and she's not going to have like a problem like this anymore.
I look forward to seeing the new Bubbles.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Hey, no worries.
Thank you.
See you soon.
See you.
There's a real art to treating birds. The problems they get can come on very quickly and also kill them quite quickly. In Bubbles' case, I'm confident we've managed to get this situation in time. And the good news for Jasmine is that with the right treatment, there's no reason why she can't turn it around and be looking brighter and healthier in just a few weeks.
Hi, I'm Dr. Danny Dusek from Bondi Vet. If you love our show and want to see more, plus some amazing content about pets and how to care for them, hit the subscribe button. Click that little notification bell and we'll see you on our next video.